Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back. It's episode 23 of Off the Record with k.jachimowicz. I was away for a bit. I was traveling for my fiance's 30th. Hit up the Amman in New York. Uh, Went back to Vegas because we had comped 4-night rooms. Went to the UFC fight out there. Saw Alex Pereira lose, unfortunately. And then I went to Miami twice. First time was a little bit of a wash, literally. We're up to our knees in water in the road. And then we went back real quick and got the perfect stay. So thank God for that. That was glorious. That was such a nice stay at the Miami Beach edition. The oceanfront rooms on Miami Beach are so dope, man. And I feel like they're underrated, to be honest. I feel like everybody's like running to other countries and like forgetting about how much good shit we got here, even though it's overpriced, obviously. But I've been kind of falling in love with EDM. I've been considering getting my own DJ controller from Pioneer, just like a kind of like $300-$400 one, like kind of probably entry level for sure. But I want to learn the ropes. I feel like I have some cool ideas. Like I feel like I have a cool idea for a DJ name. I feel like I should just be Brown Sugar. Should be my DJ name. Like I feel like it's perfect. And I also feel like I could do some really cool things with like I'm really inspired by like Emile Lenz doing like she does like these like melodic or like almost religious like chants and then like mixes in like a techno beat. Like I want to do some shit like that, or even with like some Indian vocals or like some crazy like weird shit. Just like some totally different shit that people aren't necessarily like on or doing or trying. I want to try DJing, honestly. I want to get into it. Like I'm tired of being in the crowd. I'm tired of going to these shows and taking videos. I want to be the one commanding the crowd, being filmed and in charge of the whole goddamn shtick. So, but anyways, now that we've caught up, I want to dive headfirst into what this episode's all about. What's quickly becoming one of the most talked about potential meltdowns in live music, the reopening of the Brooklyn Mirage, the infamous avant-gardener team, and why the whole foundation is looking shaky right now. And I'm going to be maybe pulling a little punches here because I'm literally going to be contacting this whole team to try to get in for photography throughout this summer and beyond. But anyways, so the Brooklyn Mirage for a while had this almost mythological reputation. Open air vibes, massive LED walls, New York skyline glowing in the background. It sold itself as the crown jewel of electronic music venues in this part of the country. But behind the scenes, there's been cracks in the foundation for quite some time. Fast forward to right now, they're trying to reopen with what was sold and billed as a massive renovation, a new and improved Brooklyn Mirage. But footage from just this week and just today shows a venue that's maybe 1/3 finished. Half-built stages, dirt piles, exposed beams, and yet they're still promoting Sara Landry's huge reopening show on May 1st like everything's good to go. Spoiler alert, it's probably not. What's worse? They've been pushing AI-generated rendering images of what they want the venue to look like for what feels like close to a year now. Fake glossy images, digital mock-ups, not real life. It looks like another planet. It looks unreal. It looks like as luxury as the inside of the brand new Sphere in Las Vegas, except the only problem is it isn't fully built or constructed or inspected or approved for anything. They've sold tickets, VIP tables, memberships, bottle service tables, all off of these fake rendered images. In reality, it's still an active construction site, not completed, and nowhere close to passing full inspections and approvals it would legally need from the city. And with just about 72 hours to go, it's hard to believe it's even humanly or physically possible at this point. History repeats. Electric Zoo and the Alesso fiascos. And honestly, this is not new for Avant-Gardener. Look at what happened with Electric Zoo in 2023. The festival was oversold by at least 7,000, getting the NYPD fully involved and facing class action lawsuits that I think are still taking place to this day. And many of those guests who faced problems over that weekend never got refunds, as far as I've seen. Now rewind even further. Remember opening night at Brooklyn Mirage years ago when Alesso played? Same story. The venue was not finished, massive complaints, all sorts of technical sound problems, and they ended up refunding 50% of the tickets because the experience was so totally botched. Alesso even went as far as to spend 10 minutes of his set telling the audience they need to demand a refund because of the problems. They're running the same blueprint again, selling the dream and delivering a construction site. It's crazy to me too, like I'm kind of just going off topic here, but it just feels like such bad timing. Like this is potentially going to fall apart right off the heels of Ultra in Miami, which was a success other than half a day of rain. And then you got the success of Coachella, which went totally fine, it seemed like. And, I mean, other than some logistical issues with, like, people getting here and there, I guess. But that's, like, minor for a festival, in my opinion. And I was watching the Ultra Festival, I was watching Coachella, and I was, like, discovering artists to try to figure out who I wanted to go see closer to my living location, which would be going to attend the Brooklyn Mirage. And now I'm just like, oh, like, you guys have just completely exposed your hand here, and you've just totally given up what the business practice and operation is to the customer, and like erased the experience and like the aura aspect. And now it's just like, oh, this is a construction site, and you're just throwing a DJ in there, and I'm just supposed to come be a sardine so that you guys can pay the debt off from whatever this operation basically is. And it's very problematic way of doing things as a fan, in my eyes. Like, speaking as a fan. The marketing scam, selling vapor. Now, we talked about this, but it's the craziest part. They're aggressively selling VIP tables, bottle service, tickets, VIP tickets, full season memberships of all sorts, you name it, all based off of a venue that literally does not fully exist yet. It's like booking a luxury hotel room that's still a pile of cinder blocks. The VIP sections aren't ready. The bottle service areas aren't ready. The basic arrangements aren't ready. The bars aren't ready. The screens aren't ready. The tables aren't ready. The staff isn't ready. Nothing's ready. People are legitimately joking online about showing up to the Sara Landry show in hard hats and reflective vests to mock the company. Can you blame them? The company is treating renderings and Instagram graphics like reality, hoping people won't notice the difference until it's too late. But people are noticing. The internet doesn't miss. And it's like, this is, like, it's 2025, and we've got, like, billion-dollar CEOs, like, coming through with a hard hat on for an Instagram video, like, 3 days before the event, and the venue's not even built. And this guy's trying to convince you, like, don't worry, man, get your tickets. You're going to be dancing in here in 3 days. Don't worry. And it's like, these are literally the exact same human beings that on the first day of the first day of EZoo 2023, they went on Instagram at 10 a.m. and told everyone, the show's on, get ready, it's going to be the best day of your life. And within 2 hours, everything was called off and shut down in a disaster. So be careful with these people, especially when they're cutting it to the absolute brink, and they're creating a situation that's going to give you the opposite of what you paid for and were told you were getting. Like, and I can't even understand or wrap my head around, like, what the fuck is going to happen at these first few shows. Like, the first 2 nights are Sara Landry, and it's gonna be like raining the next couple days and those nights a little bit. And they're like building the venue. It's like, how is any of this gonna be ready? Like, it doesn't. And also, like, the permits, not the permits, but like the approvals, inspections, like, how on earth? The only way any of this is gonna be pulled off is like bribery, like, in my opinion. And yeah, it's really a shame, because I was like really looking forward to this. I actually kind of wanted to go to the Sara Landry show because I kind of like her style, but I don't know, man. There's no way I'm going now, for one, and two, like, I'm not going till like June or July or something. Like, I feel like a company like showing you their hand like this and just being like, yeah, like, we don't give a shit about the business. We don't care if the building is even standing. It's like, okay, well then what am I like funding here? Like, I'm just like funding this place being built like the day before so I can come listen to shit that's on Apple Music that I already could play in my house on a nice speaker and go to bed at 11 p.m. instead of 6 in the morning because you're trying to keep me there all night buying overpriced fucking drinks that I don't need and shit, and I'm standing still. Like, the whole thing is just like, and they're overselling it. You can't even move if you're in GA, so you're like forced to buy VIP, but VIP's too far away. So like the whole experience is just like this disjointed like disaster. And like I went there to see the Chainsmokers like 2 years ago, I think, and I had like the VIP like mezzanine ticket or whatever where you're like overlooking it, and it was a really nice view. But you are a little bit like outside of like the vibe zone, I guess you could say. Like you're a little bit like removed, which is fine for me. But like if you're trying to like rage, like that VIP definitely ain't it. And it's probably not even like worth the extra money, to be honest, unless you just want like a really good view or a video or something. But enough rambling. The next thing I wanted to get to is the Dice app in the illusion of fairness. We can't ignore another big player in this entire ecosystem, this new Dice ticketing app. They love to pretend they're revolutionizing ticketing, preventing and stopping scalping, protecting fans, but in reality, they're running 24/7 psychological plays that are twice as shady. Fake waitlists, artificially sold out events that magically have tickets available for 5 or 10 minutes, then gone again. Constant push notifications. You have 10 minutes to buy. Hurry or miss out forever. It's textbook scarcity marketing. Same tactics luxury brands use, but way less honest because it's tied to events that aren't even properly built yet. It's preying on people's FOMO to the absolute extremes. And guess what? Dice wins both ways no matter what. They control the inventory, they control the hype, and they skim a nice little cut off your panic purchases. It's manipulative. And in a situation like this, with the Brooklyn Mirage visibly unfinished, it's downright predatory. And I find this very interesting, this whole Dice app situation going on, because I think people misunderstand like the way they can control the inventory and hype. Like I'm sure everybody's like, oh yeah, like whatever, they control it, but you need to understand how deep, how psychological, and how far this really goes. For example, I'll give a couple examples. It's about to be race week in Miami, like May 3rd to 5th or whatever, something like that. I'm not really into like the F1 stuff. I don't care. I mean, it's cool that they have a ton of parties, I guess, but I don't need to be packed in like a sardine everywhere because there was a racing event. Like it doesn't. I don't even know how they brainwash people into this mentality that like these people that don't know any of the racers, they're not into racing, but it's like, oh, it's race week. We got to go see John Summit at Club Space and spend $1 trillion on a table. It's like, okay, like what is like going on here? It's like, and I noticed too with this Dice app, like they completely manufacture and control the hype. Like some big artist is at Club Space in Miami or Mana Winwood or wherever the hell we're going. It's like you're waitlisted on purpose, and then like 2 hours before the event or something, they're gonna hit you like 20 push notifications, like, yo, you can get in, you can get VIP. Oh my god, backstage. It's like this. Like I went to see Black Coffee at Factory Town. I was VIP Infinity Room backstage the whole time, literally like just right behind them, basically. And the event was fully sold out. I was in Miami, and I randomly joined the wait list like at like 5 p.m. that day. Within an hour, I had VIP tickets backstage to see Black Coffee at Factory Town. So what I'm trying to say is it's like they do this thing where they like for example, if you went on the wait list right now for Miami Race Week on the Dice app for any of these shows, anywhere, you're going to be waitlisted, and they're going to create a situation where you're like, fuck, man, I can't get in. I didn't get in. Oh my God, fuck, I'm fucked. And then the day of the event, they're going to blast you with every event for the whole race weekend, and they're gonna, like, and you're just gonna spend your money because you've been placed into this FOMO like arena where like your brain's just gonna like impulsively just spark and just press buttons and buy shit when they fucking hit you with like, yo, John Summit VIP, yo, VIP Black Coffee, yo, this and that. It's like it's so predatory. I just really like it. Really bothers me the way they try to like psyop you into and condition you into a certain mind state. Like, because I just went through it. Like, I was like jittery about the Sara Landry purchase. I wasn't sure what to do. And this was before I got into researching the state of the construction, which I randomly stumbled into from like Instagram comments or something somewhere on social media. And yeah, I find it very, very predatory and silly. Because it's like you can go to Vegas and you can see any of these DJs like any time with like no fucking stress or issue. And it's like then you got Miami and Brooklyn, and they're like trying to turn this into like the craziest like nightmare of your life. And it's just like, dude, like going to like clubs and seeing DJs like doesn't need to be like this. And like going to listen to a DJ set shouldn't be about like trying to stand face to face with the DJ. Like I don't even understand how the fuck this became a thing. Like it's so far removed from the music now, like all this stuff. It's just all about like a big screen and all about like yo, this DJ, we got to be like right in front of him. Like it's like, dude, what the fuck does any of that have to do with like jamming out to music? It's like DJs are people that just mix and play or also produce music. And I'm not like knocking that as a talent. I actually really love it and appreciate it. But I just don't like that we're treating it like it's like Michael Jackson or something. Like it's just it's like they're just playing music and stuff. It's not like, I just don't feel like it should be like people should be behaving that way about it. It's like fucking weird to me personally. Like my fiance and I will go to like a major like DJ event and we'll like leave like before the headliner comes out because we jammed the fuck out, we got drunk, and we're just like good. Like we're not there to like specifically see Marshmello's 15-minute set like at a nightclub. Like, you know what I mean? Like we went, and this is like not a greatest comparison, but like we went to 11, we got drunk, partied, and we left. Then we went to Giselle, had a dinner at like 1:45 in the morning, and then we just went home. Like it was like 4 hour of like time we spent there, and we just didn't stay up till 6 a.m. to see Marshmello pop his head out for 10 minutes. Like it's just like, I just don't get like how people just don't care about the music. It's just like about like these like identities, and I think that's so weird. And I kind of went on a tangent with that, but I feel like there's a real reputation risk with this type of operational like protocol that like Brooklyn Mirage, for example, is running, and I'm sure like other, you know, festivals or venues and etc. are running the same type of build up into the events. And it's unfortunate. It's weird because all of us are sold this idea that it's like, oh, it's so luxury, it's gonna be so crazy and beautiful and epic. But it's like the reality is like they're building it like the night before just so we can go there and take videos of it and like promote them for free. Like it's all just like this huge con. It's fucking insane. It's like it's the same set of DJs at all these festivals. It's the same DJs touring everywhere. It's the same DJs at every venue. It's the same shit over and over. And it's crazy because it's all like on YouTube. And it's just like, dude, like, do people not have TVs at their houses? Like, I understand like we're going for the energy and all this shit, but it's like, yo, like, I don't know. I've been to so many shows, so many concerts. I've photographed so many events. I'm just like how are people like, I don't know. It's all weird to me, man. But, and I can't talk because I've been to 1,000 fucking shows. But like, what I wanted to talk about next was the reputation risk and how artists get dragged down too by this. Now, what really matters here and what nobody in the industry seems to want to talk about is this kind of disaster doesn't just hurt the venues. It hurts the artists and their reputations also. And like, I'm not trying to like dog on like Sara Landry. Like, I'm just mentioning her because she's opening Brooklyn Mirage, supposedly. But like, she's an incredible artist and DJ, in my opinion. And like, what happens when she headlines a chaotic, unconstructed venue? Like, it could potentially cheapen that DJ's brand. It exposes the fact that a lot of these shows are concept first, execution second business model, which shatters the illusion for a lot of the customers that are thinking straight. And then the customers see behind the curtain, and it's like, why am I even going? You want me to come stay up till 6 a.m. spending money at like a table? It's not even like an unfinished bar. It's just like, dude, get out of here. When your fans are joking about bringing their own hard hats to your show, that's not a branding win. The whole situation risks making the entire electronic music scene, especially in New York, where it's really lackluster right now, in my opinion, and should be like way more Vegas and Miami-esque. In New York City, looks like it's run by people who care only about cash than about any type of quality experience at all for the customer. And I mean, it's actually wild because people are like becoming more and more and more aware of like the business side of all this stuff, like year after year, day after day, video after video, and TikTok after TikTok. And it's like there's people all over TikTok now daily, and they have been for like a month now, just walking by the Brooklyn Mirage every day, just being like, how on earth is this Sara Landry show going to happen opening night? Like, what are we going to do here? And on Reddit threads that are like going real deep into it, there's people that claim they're friends with, members of the Avant Gardner team that are claiming that the Avant Gardner team has already been in talks for multiple days to try to transport the Sara Landry show to like another venue that isn't even associated with Avant Gardner. I can't even remember the name of it right now. I think it was, let me see if I have it up here in a thread somewhere. Or I must have closed it out. I closed a bunch of that stuff out. But like, yeah, there's a whole lot of stuff like that going on with people just being like, there's no possibility this is going to happen opening night. And if it does, it's going to be bad and potentially dangerous and probably have a million sound and technical issues. And like, there were even people saying, there were construction workers in these Reddit threads saying that the state of it today, like people walking by today taking videos, there were construction workers supposedly in the Reddit threads saying the state it's in, it doesn't look like they're going to be able to legally hold a show until June. And I mean, that could just be total exaggeration, but it's like I was totally like on the fence and jittery, like, oh my gosh, should I get these Sara Landry tickets? My fiance and I were like, which one do we got? We need the GA, the VIP, like what are we doing here? We're looking at like these renderings of the venue. We're like, oh, this is so cool. Like they got tables. This is going to be crazy now. Like, this is such an upgrade. And then I go online and look at the TikToks and I'm like, oh, it's literally just a pile of wood that isn't finished. Like, it's a literal construction site. Like, it looks like a construction site. Like, it's like they're building an apartment or something. Like, it's just like how the fuck, dog, you expect me to buy tickets to a construction site? Like, this isn't like the Aman on Miami Beach and I'm booking a room like a year in advance because it's going to be so fucking unbelievable. This isn't like the Four Seasons, like the brand new one coming out in 2027 in like the most luxurious fucking area of Hawaii or something. Like, this is literally a construction site in the middle of fucking nowhere in Brooklyn. Like, the fact that this marketing exists is so fucking psychotic. I can't even, the more I think about it, the more I like want to just burst out laughing at how fucking crazy it is that it's even, that you can't, like, that people even do this from a business standpoint. Like, that there's a guy with a bunch of money who like gets a team together and says like, all right, like, we're going to book a ton of DJs, pay their fees to their managers, and we are not going to have a venue at all. Like, 2 days before the events start, we are not going to have a constructed building to place these DJs we hired for fucking $50,000 a pop. Like, I'm literally just talking on a tangent here, just like laughing my ass off at how fucking crazy these psyops are. And we all fall for them. We all get like sucked into it. Every last one of us. And it's just such like... Like, dude, even Ultra and Tomorrowland, like, that shit is so fucking sick. But at the same time, I watch it and I'm like, why do I need to go? Like, why do I physically need to be there, part of the crowd, like, emboldening and financially fulfilling this, like, sell the concept now, execute everything last second business model? It's like, I don't want to be part of that. I don't want to be the sardine. If I want to be any part of that operation, I want to be a photographer, a videographer on the stage, or I want to be the DJ on the stage, commanding the crowd and like in ownership of the environment. Like, I've been to so many shows, and I'm just at this point in my life, in this age of my life, where I'm just like, dude, I don't want to be the guy getting controlled. I want to be in total control of that. And if that means I don't go to shows anymore and I got to spend 10 hours a day practicing DJing in my basement alone, so be it. But I'm down for that. And I also, before I get into my final thoughts, I just want to talk about how, like, I actually like a lot where, like, the YouTube and I don't like saying content, but, like, the content side of, like, the EDM and DJing community is. And some people might think it's idiotic. I don't know. But I think it's really cool, like, where they've gone with this. Like the Anima show, the visuals, and then they got drones going around, and there's like a whole production being produced actively that you can go watch later on YouTube or purchase or whatever. Like I watch the Tomorrowland sets all the time. I watch the Ultra sets all the time, and I feel like I'm there. Like I have a light set up in my house. It all synchronizes. I literally feel like I'm there, and I just like, I don't know. I just don't necessarily personally like feel the need to go through that at my age. I'd rather be the guy running the operation or DJing the operation, you know? And my final thoughts, basically just live music is supposed to be about connection, experience, immersion. When venues and ticketing platforms treat it like cheap marketing funnel, it kills all the magic. Brooklyn Mirage could be better. Dice could be more honest. Artists deserve better environments to perform in. The fans deserve actual transparency, not smoke and mirrors. If you're spending hundreds or thousands or tens of thousands for a night out, it better not be a concept rendering. It better be an actual physical existing, finished, ready to go, inspected and approved building, not a half-built Instagram pop-up shop. We need to start demanding more for our money before the entire experience economy collapses under the weight of its own bullshit, which it pretty much already has. So that's pretty much all I wanted to get off my chest about this. If you guys see me DJing in front of a freaking entry-level Pioneer DJ controller in the next few weeks, don't be surprised at all. And thanks for tuning in to Off the Record with Kevin Jachimowicz again, episode 23. If you like this episode, share it, leave a rating, leave a review, critique me, DM me, tell me what you like, what you didn't like, where I could improve, anything you want. Throw me topics, whatever. And stay smart out there with the marketing ploys and everything. And yeah, I'll be back doing these more again soon. I've just been traveling a bit, and I'm gonna try to start traveling, doing podcasts while traveling. I just needed a little reset for a bit there. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I hope this was insightful. I hope this brought some information or awareness to you that you might not have had in terms of the way these business models operate in the state of this venue. And I'm not, like I said in the beginning, I'm literally not trying to like shit on this venue. I would actually love to photograph it, and I do plan on contacting people that have photographed there and, you know, the team that works there and runs it, and attempting to photograph future events. But as far as me attending the Sara Landry opening night event, that's off the table, and I'm very interested to see how these opening nights play out, because Sara Landry's got the first 2 nights, City Fox the next night, and then Black Coffee's supposed to be May 4th, and it's like, dude, this could crash and burn hard if they don't get it together, man. So I hope the best for them for the opening, you know, nights and weeks, and stay smart out there and stay aware. Peace out, y'all. Hope you enjoyed the episode. And follow me on Instagram at k.jachimowicz. Follow the YouTube page. Listen to this podcast on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever you listen to your podcasts, and spread it out there. Share it on your page if you liked it, if you enjoyed it. Send it to your friends if you thought this was a good episode. If you're thinking about going to the Brooklyn Mirage, send this episode to all your EDM friends and let them know what the fuck's up. Make everyone aware. Let's demand more for ourselves as a community, as customers, as citizens. Let's just fucking demand more and stop being cattle. You know what I'm saying? But all right, y'all. Peace out.